The ocean is never truly silent. Waves speak in constant rhythm. Wind moves across the surface. Seabirds circle and call. Even in darkness, the water is alive with sound. So when the ocean suddenly goes quiet, experienced sailors do not feel peace. They feel warning. Pause slightly here. Let tension breathe. Part 1. The comfort of noise. For thousands of years, mariners have trusted their senses to interpret the mood of the sea. Not just what they could see, but what they could hear. The crash of distant waves against unseen shoals. The steady push of wind into canvas. The restless movement of birds hunting below. These sounds form a kind of reassurance. Proof that the natural world is behaving as expected. But when that reassurance vanishes, instinct begins to stir. Part 2. When everything stops. Survivors often struggle to describe the moment afterward. Many say the same thing. It became unnaturally quiet. Birds that filled the sky only minutes earlier are suddenly gone. The wind collapses without warning. The water smooths into dark glass. Even the boat seems to drift without sound. And in that stillness, the ocean feels less like water, and more like a held breath. Part 3. What silence can mean. Silence at sea is rarely random. Sometimes it signals a rapid atmospheric shift, pressure falling just before a violent squall. Sometimes predator movement drives fish downward, scattering entire food chains in seconds. Seabirds, incredibly sensitive to environmental change, often disappear first. To the untrained eye, nothing is wrong. But to those who know the ocean, absence is information. Part 4. The psychological trap. The most dangerous illusion the ocean creates is the appearance of safety. Calm water invites hesitation. It encourages people to linger, to swim longer, to drift farther, to ignore the quiet voice of instinct. Yet many maritime tragedies share a detail easily overlooked in official reports. Conditions appeared calm. Part 5. Ancient fear. Long before satellites and forecasting systems, sailors feared sudden stillness. Some described it as the sea watching. Others believed silence meant the ocean was preparing to change without mercy. Superstition perhaps, but superstition is often born from patterns repeated too many times to ignore. Part 6. The moment before. Modern oceanographers understand that dramatic events are often preceded by subtle environmental shifts. Energy builds. Systems collide. Invisible forces align beneath the surface. And for a brief moment, the ocean grows quiet. Slow this line down. Not peaceful. Quiet. Closing the ocean rarely announces danger. It removes the noise first. And those who survive are often the ones who listened when the world went silent. The ocean's silence beckons an echo of ancient tales, where our forebears felt the weight of the stillness deep in their bones. They understood that nature's lullabies could be deceptive lullabies, ensnaring the unwary in false security. Experienced sailors would teach their apprentices that, amidst beauty, danger might be lurking just below the surface, undetectable to the untrained ear or eye. A flicker of movement in the horizon or a whisper from the wind could mean the difference between safety and tragedy, urging them to respect the warning signs of the deep. The water, once a cacophony of sound, transforms into an eerie silence that unnerves even the most experienced mariners. Each wave, each gust of wind, and every call of the seabird becomes a haunting memory as their senses sharpen in the absence of sound. Time stretches thin, like a taut thread ready to snap, as they scan the horizon for any sign of movement. In that suspended moment, only the heartbeat of the ocean remains, reminding them that nature is unpredictable and merciless. Events that seem trivial can rapidly escalate into chaos, yet in this quiet, vigilance reigns supreme. They remember how the ocean once spoke in a language of assurance, each sound a familiar note in nature's symphony. Now, with the quiet stealing away those comforting echoes, a haunting tension fills the air, urging them to prepare for the unknown. Details once overlooked become magnified: the drop in temperature, the stillness of the water, and the absence of the usual seabirds are all signals begging for attention. Instinct wrestles with reason, igniting a primal sense of urgency that drives seasoned sailors to check their gear and scan the skies. There's unspoken agreement among them. They share a common bond forged through the ocean's unpredictable ways. As they navigate this delicate balance between calm and impending chaos, they remind one another. Silence often conceals the most profound threats, whispering stories of caution they can no longer afford to ignore. The sailors exchange anxious glances, each one grappling with the unsettling feeling settling in their cores. Memories of past storms surge to the forefront of their minds. Images of ships tossed violently, of men clinging to hope in treacherous waters. The shared understanding deepens their bond as every heartbeat synchronizes with nature's ominous pause. They begin to gather what little belongings they can hold, rigging sails with a haste that belies the calm exterior now masking the sea's true intent. In that muted atmosphere, punctuated only by the flutter of fabric, the very air seems pregnant with anticipation, urging them to prepare for whatever might come next. With their sails now furled, the sailors eye each other, exchanging wordless affirmations of their unyielding resolve. A heavy tension settles upon the boat, an electric charge thrumming just below the surface as they grip the rails, anticipating the ocean's next move. The sky darkens, bruised with clouds that swirl ominously, whispering secrets of storms yet to unleash their fury. Each flicker of lightning in the distance serves as a stark reminder that they are not the masters of this domain. They are merely guests, poised at the mercy of nature's whims. The ocean rarely announces danger. It removes the noise first. And those who survive are often the ones who listened when the world went silent. They understand that silence is more than a pause. It is a profound message from the depths, urging vigilance against the tempest that may come next. The ocean's ebb and flow is a language, but in silence, it becomes an urgent call for awareness. Each sailor can feel the hairs on the back of their necks rise as a collective tension moves through them like an electric current. Their instincts scream for action, urging them to break the stillness and ready their vessel. In this moment, every creak of wood and flicker of shadow takes on new significance, as the once familiar sea transforms into a realm of uncertainty, highlighting the fragility of human life set against nature's vast indifference. The horizon stretches before them, a taut line where the endless sky meets the restless depths, but it no longer holds the promise of adventure. Instead, it feels like a tightrope suspended over an abyss. The sailors exchange wary glances, sharing an unspoken understanding that the calm seas conceal an impending storm as they move with an urgency that belies the serene surface. Hearts pound in syncopation with their surroundings, a primal rhythm that matches the low rumble of thunder echoing in the distance, reminding them that nature retains control. As they tighten their grip on the rigging, sweat trickles down their brows, a stark reminder of the heat against the chill creeping into the air. The quiet, once a cherished lull, now presses down around them, palpable and oppressive, filling their ears with the echoes of caution they cannot ignore. As the moments stretch thin, the sailors work in unison, their movements choreographed by a shared instinct born of experience. Each task feels heavier, burdened by the weight of the ocean's foreboding silence, forcing them to confront the reality of their situation. They glanced at the sky, now darkening with ominous clouds, and the air thickens with unspoken tension, a silent agreement binding them together in a pact of survival. With every knot tied and sail adjusted, they prepare for what is to come, understanding that the beautiful facade of the ocean may soon reveal its true, tumultuous nature. In this world where comfort once reigned, fear coalesces into a palpable force, urging them to remain vigilant and ready. The wind picks up abruptly, carrying with it the briny scent of the sea as it churns with renewed energy. Sailors rush to their stations, adrenaline coursing through their veins, with every instinct honed to perfection by years of braving the elements. They move swiftly, assessing the angles of the sails, preparing for the change that is inevitable. The dark clouds in the distance whirl like a tempestuous beast, their imposing shadows stretching across the horizon, a backdrop to the unfolding drama at sea. Each swell beneath their feet hints at the ocean's growing anger, and their hearts race as the storm's arrival looms ever closer. Rain begins to dance on the surface, tiny droplets at first, but quickly morphing into a torrential downpour that lashes against their skin. The boat pitches slightly, a shiver of uncertainty darting through the crew as they secure their belongings and reinforce their courage against the brewing fury. In the chaos of the moment, a whisper of resolve binds them tightly, reminding them of their duty to one another and the necessity of preparation amidst nature's volatile temper. Every sailor knows the ocean's moods can change in an instant, and with each heartbeat, they remain acutely aware that survival requires both respect for the sea and unyielding perseverance. The battle is not just against the elements but against fear itself, an ancient adversary that has claimed many souls before them. They stand together, shoulder to shoulder, eyes trained on the tumbling waves as the once calm ocean reveals its treacherous edges, leaving them with little time to consider the storm's intentions. In the heart of the chaos, they embrace the whispers of the ocean, embracing the lessons of the past, readying themselves for the challenges that lie ahead, united in their trust for each other and the lessons they have learned from the depths. Every glimmer of light that breaks through the darkened clouds serves as a reminder of hope, but hope can be a double-edged sword. Each sailor knows that beneath the surface of their faith lies the weight of uncertainty that the ocean has always held. As they brace themselves against the rising winds, their minds flash back to tales of unprepared crews swept away, lost to the sea's unyielding grasp. The air grows thick with moisture, a damp heaviness that clings to their skin and fills their lungs with the promise of the storm's wrath. Eyes scan the horizon for the telltale signs of waves rising, and while apprehension lingers like a shroud, their resolve hardens as they work in synchrony. This isn't just a fight for survival, it is also a testament to the strength of their spirit. As the rain pelts down like a barrage of arrows, laughter and camaraderie emerge amid the chaos, weaving a rich tapestry of connection against the backdrop of turmoil. Each sailor recalls the lessons of past storms, patience, vigilance, and respect for their surroundings, knowing that together they are stronger than the raging tempest. Embracing the storm's ferocity, they harness the memories of past encounters, letting experience guide their movements. They pull together in a tight-knit formation, weaving through the chaos with an elegance born from years spent navigating these unpredictable waters. Each wave that lashes against the hull resonates like a drum, a powerful reminder of nature's dominance, but it also fuels their determination to endure. As the deck becomes slick beneath their feet, the sailors share quick, encouraging nods, buoying each other's spirits against the shrieking winds. In this crucible of fear and teamwork, they find solace, united by purpose, steeped in tradition, and strengthened by the ocean's relentless call. The storm may rage, but their resolve mirrors the tempest itself, fierce and unyielding, powerful enough to face whatever challenges lie ahead. The ocean transforms into a chaotic battlefield, waves crashing like the clash of swords, each swell testing their resolve. Amidst the storm, the sailors communicate swiftly. Their eyes meet, conveying messages of trust and shared purpose, for silence is no longer an option. They adjust the sails with precision, feeling the vessel respond as their collective energy channels into navigating the ferocity of the tide. The wind howls, a fierce and unrelenting force, yet it carries with it the unmistakable pulse of life, reminding them of the raw power they respect. With hearts racing, they focus on each sound, the creaking of the hull, the splashing of waves, redefining their world in the face of fury. The storm may bring uncertainty, but it also emboldens their spirits, igniting an ancient call to honor the sea and its wildness. As the tempest roars around them, the sailors cling steadfastly to their roles, muscles straining with every adjustment made against the relentless wind. Each gust is a reminder of their vulnerability, yet fueled by adrenaline, they stand together, an unbreakable chain forged in commitment to one another. The laughter that once rippled through the crew is replaced by shouts of focus and determination, voices competing against the howl of the storm. Rain lashes down, drenching them, but it does little to quell the fire kindling in their hearts. They remain warriors of the sea. Even as fear courses through their veins, they find strength in their shared history, in the stories of those who faced similar trials and emerged triumphant. Amidst the chaos, they become instinctual, movements synchronized, breathing united, eyes fierce with resolve, as they meet the tempest head-on, a force of nature in their own right, trusting that they have learned from every whisper of the ocean that preceded this storm. In the end, the sailors emerge from the storm, weathered yet resolute, each wave that crashed against them now a testament to their endurance. They understand that the ocean's whispers of caution must never be ignored. Silence holds the weight of survival, and experience intertwines with instinct, guiding them through the fierce embrace of the tempest.